Attention Philadelphia fans, breaking news is coming. Something major is happening in the NFC East and could completely change the course of the game. We're talking about a direct impact on the Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl appearance. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. And you're hearing about it here firsthand. Before we get into the details, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel and help further strengthen this passion. Show that you're part of this family too. Let's reach the 3,000 subscriber mark together. Share this news with your friends and other Eagles fans. Now, let's get to the news. Rivalries have always pushed players to their limits, but every now and then, the intensity spills over in a way no one expects. Fans walk into the stadium looking forward to big plays, memorable moments, and that electric game day atmosphere. But instead of celebrating a victory, sometimes the conversation is taken over by controversy. Something that leaves a lasting mark and keeps people talking long after the final whistle. And when it happens right at the start of the season, the wait is even greater. That's exactly what Eagles fans experienced last Thursday. The Philadelphia Eagles kicked off their Super Bowl title defense with a tight 24-20 win over the Dallas Cowboys. Everything pointed to the kind of season opener that would show the entire league that the champions were back and hungrier than ever. The atmosphere at Lincoln Financial Field was pure energy. A hard-fought game, fans lifting their team, and the promise of another dominant year. But instead of the spotlight staying on touchdowns and gritty play, the entire narrative of the night shifted because of a shocking moment that caught everyone off guard. With only 6 seconds off the clock, the unexpected happened. Jaylen Carter, one of the most feared young defenders in the NFL, was caught spitting toward Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Officials didn't hesitate, unsportsmanlike conduct, and immediate ejection. The stadium, which had been roaring with excitement, fell into stunned silence as fans realized their star defensive lineman was out of the game. Before even completing the first snap of the season, after the game, Carter stepped in front of the cameras and issued an apology. "I feel bad for my teammates and for the fans. This won't happen again." Even with his attempt to repair the damage, it was clear that an apology couldn't erase the impact of his actions. And it's worth remembering, spitting incidents have always carried serious weight in the NFL. Bill Romanofsky, for example, was fined in 1997 for spitting on J.J. Stokes. Other well-known names, like Sean Taylor and Terrell Owens, also received heavy discipline for similar behavior. As Hall of Famer and commentator Shannon Sharpe has said in the past, spitting on an opponent is one of the most disrespectful things you can do in sports. If the league decides to hand down a suspension, how much could it impact the Eagles' chances of chasing another title? And now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this incident? Is a suspension inevitable? Drop your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Jaylen Carter was ejected from the Eagles' season opener before the very first snap, but that likely won't be the only punishment he faces for spitting on Dak Prescott. Although the league could consider fines and suspension for Carter, it's a good sign that they've never actually suspended a player before for spitting on another. Even if they try to suspend Carter and make some sort of statement, the precedent would be a strong argument to appeal the decision. Carter obviously made a mistake, but he was also baited by Dak Prescott, who spit first. The NFL needs to take that into account when making its decision. Still, the Eagles' defensive tackle has to learn how to respond in those heated moments within the rules of the game. Since he was thrown out of Thursday night's game before the clock even started, Carter had already effectively served a one-game suspension, so any additional punishment would most likely come out of his paycheck. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk suggested a fine of $57,000 to $122, which is the value of his Week 1 game check, even though he didn't play a single snap. As for the Eagles, head coach Nick Sirianni said he wouldn't discuss the team's internal disciplinary plans, but it doesn't seem likely they would choose to leave Carter out of the Week 2 matchup against the Chiefs.